Hi, I'm Julie of Jaybird Quilts, and I'm here to tell you about the Super Sidekick ruler. Super Sidekick ruler is a follow-up to the popular Sidekick ruler. Same concept, similar method, adds additional sizes. So the Super Sidekick ruler cuts 3 shapes, each one in 8 sizes. So we have 8 triangles from 1.5 to 8.5. We have 8 diamonds, also from 1.5 to 8.5. And we have 8 half triangles from 1.5 to 8.5. And the half triangle, yes, it is a triangle. The reason we call it a half triangle is we have a right and a left, and it's not symmetrical, so we have to cut them that way. So when you, for instance, are doing something like this quilt here, stereo, you put a right and a left triangle together, and it takes up the volume space of a complete triangle. Lots of fun mix and match color play you can do with that. So when you get the ruler, comes prepackaged, full color directions, goes over how to cut all the shapes, which is what I'm going to show you right now. Like I said, everything's from strips. So let's start with 6.5-inch strip. And the first thing we want to do is line up our 6.5-inch line and always the base of our ruler. No matter which strip we're cutting, we're always going to line up the base of our ruler with the base of our fabric strip. 6.5-inch line, and we're going to do our first cut. Then, just for the first one, we need to turn our strip around. And we're going to line our ruler back up, 6.5-inch lines, and we're going to cut. And then, to cut our next one, we just walk our way down the strip. Line up our 6.5-inch lines again, cut. It's as easy as that. Now, one tip with the diamonds is sometimes it helps with alignment to cut the points off. And how we're going to do that is we're going to realign the diamond underneath the ruler with our triangle markings, this line here and our cut line, and we're just going to cut that off. This isn't required for assembly, but I found when I teach classes, some people find this handy so that they're not wondering where to line one diamond up to the next. So if we're going to do our triangle, we're going to flip our ruler towards ourselves. Same triangle line we were just using here, along here. Cut, and we're just going to work our way down the strip, flipping it back and forth each time. Simple as that. And then the benefit of cutting that edge off, as I showed earlier, is that's going to match up with our triangle. And we're going to sew right from that point to that valley and have a perfect 1/4-inch seam. So our third shape, the half triangle, a couple different ways. If we just want right triangles, we're going to cut 1 layer of fabric right side up. If we want just left triangles, we're going to cut 1 layer of fabric wrong side up. So we'll start by doing the right ones. First thing we need to do is cut the edge of our fabric straight. So we're going to line up the base of our ruler again and our 6.5-inch mark here. We're going to cut. And then our first time, we just need to flip it around. We're going to line up our 6.5-inch line across the top and our solid line straight down. Cut. Then to get the next one, we're going to rotate our ruler around 180 degrees and cut. Now we have 2 right triangles. Now if I needed left triangles, as shown, as I talked about earlier in stereo, I'm going to cut them out of a different fabric to kind of show you. I'm going to start with the wrong side up. Same steps, just with my fabric wrong side up. So I'm going to line up the base of my ruler, my 6.5 inch line. And the first time around, still need to flip that strip around. Reline up our 6.5. Cut. Turn my ruler around 180 degrees. Line it up again. Cut. And now I have my left triangles. So when I piece these together, 1/4 inch seam, they're going to be the same size as my complete triangles. Now if you have a pattern where you need right and left from the same fabric at the same time, easiest way to accomplish that is to start with the fabric like you have it on the bolt, keep it folded, wrong sides together. And we're going to start by trimming off the selvages, and this is a 4.5 inch strip, so we're going to look for the 4.5 inch line. We're going to line that up, and then same thing for the first one. We're going to turn our strip around. We're going to line up our 4.5, cut, and each cut is going to yield a right and a left. So continue to cut down the strip as many times needed for as many pairs of right and left triangles. It's as easy as that. So if you're left-handed, it's helpful to read the directions, read the steps, and then rotate them around 180 degrees, and then the diagrams will be in the proper orientation for you to be cutting on the left-hand side. So there are patterns available, as shown here, including stereo. It's a great beginner quilt. Starts with 10-inch squares, very little waste, easy piecing. It's a great, simple project. Available in lots of different sizes, full color directions. And then this one here is Glimmer. And Glimmer is available in 3 different quilt size options: a mug rug and a pillow. And while it looks like there might be some Y seams in there, there's no Y seams in any of my quilter projects. So lots of fun, easy. Hope you enjoy this video on the Super Sidekick.